Hello and welcome back to BLCVikings.com, and you're on the Bethany Sports Beat here. We're going to talk men's golf and the fall preview. Just about set to go. We're bringing in the men's golf coach, Daniel Mundahl. Coach Mundahl, you've had the most opportunity to work with your team as far as I'm coming into practice here, actually almost a week and a half into it, but you have your first meet tomorrow already, and then you get to go on a trip. Talk a little bit just early season expectations at this point.
Well, Don, we have a very young team. We have 5 sophomores on the team and 3 new freshmen this year. So does a younger team. Yet every one of them has worked really hard over this past summer, especially our sophomore squad. A lot of them have cut, a good 5-6 strokes off their average play. So we had a great week of practice. We got to play a number of courses that we're going to play throughout the year for competition. We're ready to take on MLC and win that Wittenberg Cup back. We lost that last year, but team's fired up and ready to go. This coming weekend, when we're going to go down to the William Penn Invite, that's a regional event, 12 schools we've never played before on a much longer course and difficult course. The guys are excited because it's nice to always play a different kind of competition that's out there to help better them for the conference tournament that comes up.
Is the competition itself, as far as the players, the teams you're playing against in Iowa, more important? Is it the longer course, or what really at this point, especially with a young team, what do you consider to be your biggest takeaways, the areas you're going to have the most chance to improve upon it before you come back from those 2 days in Iowa?
Competition. They'll see better, no offense to our conference, better competition that makes them realize, I got to get at it sooner, get at it in practice. As I go to the other meets, that I got to get grittier when I get out in the course and not make mistakes.
We've asked you this before, but especially just as condensed as the golf season is it even, how much tougher does it become with a young team versus some experienced guys who've been through that fire before and realize how compressed everything gets?
Well, one of the things that's been fortunate this year is I have an assistant coach, and so we're trying to do a lot more individualized training with them out in practice, which makes every practice more important. I'm not saying you can goof around, but you can't goof around because it is compressed. And eyeing up early what they need to tweak and make better so that when we get in a competition and get to the conference tournament, they're playing at their peak performance. You've
had a chance. I know a lot of coaches don't always like to single players out, but who are going to be those guys, despite the fact that the entire roster for the most part pretty young, who are going to be the guys who, they might not necessarily be the first number 1 scorer for you every time, but the top 2, 3 guys who are going to have to pretty consistently lead this team this year in terms of scoring?
Well, from last year to coming this year, Sam Haven, I think, will be our leader this year. Nipping at his heels is going to be Jordan Petzel. Both of them are going to be 2 strength players who have really moved their average scoring down. It's been a big help. The next person that I think is going to be sort of the unsung hero thing is going to be Zach Curtis. He's also put a lot of play time in, has improved his scores dramatically, so I think those are going to be a big core. Then there's another 4 people that are all within a stroke or 2, and whether it's the new Nick Niebauer or returning Dan Gutzmeyer, Nick Meyer that are coming into play. Jake Bush is going to help push different aspects of the team. So I think that group of people, it's going to be important, which is nice because we've got a little more depth.
Yeah, I was just going to mention, it's critically important. Obviously, you need scores 1 and 2 to be low for you, but you also need those 4 and 5 scores in there, that competitiveness, not only in practice, but certainly in competitions, to be able to knock down that overall team score.
One thing that we may have struggled in the past with is having that solid 5th player. Right now, when you look at 3rd, 5th, 6th, and 7th player, they're all solid, and so they'll push. So if one's not playing well, they'll get changed in and out, and it's always nice to know that if our 3rd person doesn't have a good day, he can rely on, hey, I got a 5th person out there that can help pick us up, which alleviates a little pressure with that they don't have to take other unnecessary risks because they know the 4th, 5th person aren't that strong. So that's been a benefit this year.
All right, well, the season is short. The scores start coming in here over the weekend, and we encourage you to keep coming back to BLCVikings.com to check out the progress of the men's golf team this year here at Bethany Lutheran College. We thank you for watching. Keep coming back for more here on the Bethany Sports Beat.